So we have 60 minutes together. We have 60 minutes together to do the thing. To move our bodies, to maybe get some sweat going, to maybe get some blood pumping, maybe get some muscles fired up, maybe, like I say, have that conversation with your thigh muscles. It's good. Nothing bad comes from it. Gauge what you do. Work your edge, don't work your edge. Do what you need to do for your body right here today, tonight, now. Because time is relative, right? Depending upon where you are, it's relative. You're here on your mat, that's what matters. So let's begin. Child's pose. Let's begin simply. Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath. Maybe you have a heater on, maybe you don't need a heater on. Maybe today what I was working with on my mat is noticing, like I already know like all of the places in my practice where I have to fix my ponytail or pull up my tights or straighten out my shirt or like all that stuff that keeps me from being in chair pose, basically. So just notice during your practice, notice your fidgety spots and just observe them. Like there's no judgment, no right, no wrong, just observe them. Observe your habitual patterns of fidgeting because they're there. Maybe in different poses than mine, but they're there. Drishti Ujjayi, downward facing dog. Begin to hug in, begin to activate your bandhas, hugging skin to muscle to bone, lifting your pelvic floor, pulling your belly button into center, beginning to wake up your body. Yeah, get in touch with your fingers and toes. Audible breath, fill the space around you with the sound of your breathing. Yes. Lift your right leg high, strong, and straight. Bend your knee, stack your hips, give it some circles, stretch out your 5 toes on your extended leg, and then switch sides. Lift your left leg, strong, straight. Then bend your knees, stack your hips, feel that lovely, maybe you get a nice big hip pop or a crack. Stretch your 5 toes away from one another, and then come into downward facing dog. Everyone take a big breath in, and then bring your feet to your hands. Ragdoll. So notice where you fidget, okay? And then also notice where you like to skip ahead because you kind of know what's coming. You kind of know what's going to happen. You've done this practice enough. You're kind of like getting to the next place instead of being right here where you are. So notice the fidgeting and notice the rushing. That's all I ask of your practice this evening. Release your grasp of your ragdoll. Take a big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extended mountain, root down, reach up, look up, eyes open, drishti up and out. Bring your hands to heart center, gaze to the top of your fingertips. We'll begin today's practice, we'll begin this practice with 3 ohms. Breathe in. Inhale, extended mountain, look up, reach up, breathe in. Exhale, bow. Let it go. Halfway lift. Flow. Move with your breath. High plank, low plank. Push down to lift up an upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, hips high, gaze between your toes. Soften your elbows, soften your knees. Come into the physicalness of this downward facing dog. Skin to muscle to bone engagement. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breath in. Exhale it away. Breathe in. Bottom of your exhale, bring your feet to your hands at the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold. With vigor, extended mountain, root down, reach up, lift up, stretch out of your feet. Exhale, fold, drishti to your toes. Halfway lift. Vinyasa, high plank, low plank. Upward facing dog. Pull your scapula together on your back. Breathe in. Downward facing dog, hips high. Reset. Come back into the softness of your joints, elbows and knees, skin hugging in, periphery in, belly button pulling in, all of that actioning into center. All together, breathe in. Bend your knees, look at the top edge of your mat, let all of your air out, wait for the emptiness, and then jump. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain, root to rise. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Vinyasa, high plank, low plank. Upward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Downward facing dog. Breathe out, breathe out, breathe out. Fill up here. Empty. 2 more breaths. Breathing in. Emptying out all your air. Once you get all your air out, look at the top of your mat. Float. Jump. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain. Stretch your toes out. Reach your fingers up. Look back. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Vinyasa, high plank, low plank. Upward facing dog. Pull your shoulder blades together. Downward facing dog, hips to the sky, gaze between your toes, and reset. And I'd put it to you that the fidgeting and the fixing and all of the distractions that you find on your mat, those are the rocks that you put in your way. Those are the rocks that you carry around with you. The taking yourself out of the flow of life. When things get challenging, you put rocks in the way. The fidgets. The fusses. And I say this because it's true for me. It's true for me in my life and my practice. Everyone take a breath in. Bend your knees, look at your thumbs. Land top of your mat, go yogi. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose, sit low, reach high, and stay here in your really, really teeny tiny chair. Create some fire. Be willing to create your own fire by sitting deeper. 3 breaths. Breathe in. 1. Breathe out. 1. Breathe in. 2. Breathe out. 2. Breathe in. 3. Breathe out. 3. Hold. Fill up. Exhale, bow. Halfway lift, breathe in, so good. Vinyasa flow, high plank, low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior 1. Big stance. Look up, reach up, and settle into your front thigh and be here for 3 breaths. Bring your pelvis low. Get your front quad, your front leg, get it fired up. Step into your fire. Be willing to get warm, get hot, get messy. Breath in. Breath out. Breathe in, reach up, look up, lift up. Vinyasa, hands to your mat and flow. High plank, low plank. Upward facing dog, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Downward facing dog, let it go, set your gaze. Inhale here. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, left side warrior one. Step into your fire, knowing you will be here for 3 breaths. Sit your hips low and commit to making your fire happen in your thigh. Commit to that. Commit to that work. Building strength, building endurance, being willing to get messy, to get sweaty, to be hot. Breathe in, reach up, lift up. Sit a little bit deeper. One more breath. Breathe in. Hands down and flow. Plant your fingers, ground them down into the earth. Upward facing dog, press down. Downward facing dog, lift your hips, set your drishti. 3 breaths right here. Come into the soft elbows, the soft knees. If you came out of the physicalness, breathing in deep and free, filling up, emptying out. All together, breathe in, bend your knees, look at your thumbs, exhale out all your air, and go to the top of your mat. Yes, Jen, halfway lift. Forward fold, 1 pose, 1 breath. Sit tiny chair low, 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 low. Reach your fingers high, chair pose. Yes, Sophie, exhale, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Good, Rachel. Hands to the mat, high plank, low plank. Drishti, point to point, upward facing dog, drishti, point. Yes, Rachel. Downward facing dog, drishti, point to point. Warrior one, right side, step big. Step big, round down, reach up, lift up, look up. Vinyasa, hands to your mat and flow. Move your body. Create heat. Create messiness. Create sweat. Downward facing dog, warrior one, left side, step, root, reach. Yes, Vinyasa, hands to the earth, high plank. Feel your endurance building, the strength building. Yes, up dog, down dog. Set your gaze, come back to your breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And this practice on your mat, it's all an opportunity to get in touch with your breath, your body, and let all the busyness, the fussiness, the fixing, letting all of that go. Everyone, breathe in. Bend your knees, let out all your air. Look at the top of your mat, and with a lightness, a springiness, jump. Yes. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Sit low, chair pose, reach high. Commit to excited fingers. Forward fold. Yes. Halfway lift. Vinyasa, high to low. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Warrior one, right side, step right away. Step with your breath. Root, reach, flow. Hands plant, high and low. Up dog, breathe in. So good. Downward facing dog, let it go. Left side, warrior one, step, root, ground down, reach up, go up. Hands to the earth, flow, high plank, low plank. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Extend your right leg. Flex your foot. Bend your knee, stack your hips. Flip into dog, flip into wheel, flip into lifting. Yes, hips lift. Reaching through your fingers. Wave to the people on the screen. There are people out there just like you, saying hi, doing yoga, getting sweaty. So good. Side plank, right hand. Right hand roots down. Lift your top foot. Flex that top foot. Feel it in your outer hip. Commit to feeling your I can't even say it, musculature. Feel it. Create that burn. Do it for yourself. Downward facing dog, let it go. Take a breath in. Lift your left leg strong and straight with a flexed foot. Bend your knees, stack your hips, flip your dog, flip into wheel. Root through your heels, lifting your hips. Committing to this pose, reaching your fingers, so good. Everyone, left hand down, side plank. Flex your top foot, lift your top foot, commit to that burn, commit to it. It's so good for you to get stronger, to get messy, to get sweaty, to be here. Lift your back foot 2 inches higher. Notice the fidgets, notice the fusses. Downward facing dog, let it go. And reset. Take a breath in. Open your mouth. Step your right foot forward, crescent lunge. Crescent lunge. Pelvis low, front thigh parallel with the earth. Take a really, really long stance. Yeah, so everyone wiggle your front foot out more. And for just a moment, get your back heel up and over your tippy toes. Good, Jen. A little more. A little more. Yes, there. Now sit your pelvis down lower for just, yes. Reach your fingers up towards the ceiling. Squeeze into center line. Send your gaze up. Lift your heart up. Gaze up and back. Hands to heart center. Revolved crescent lunge to the right. So pull your right shoulder blade onto your back. Yeah, left shoulder blade onto your back. Pull your jawbone back into your neck. Lips together. Ujjayi breathing, deep and free. Feeling the sweat. Yes, it's very good. Open your hands. Left fingers down, right fingers reach. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, warrior two. Yeah, come back into the pose. Maybe you take a longer stance. We'll be here for just a couple of breaths for you to explore the depth of your pelvis. So bring your hips lower. Stack your front knee over your front ankle. Yes, everyone can come a little bit deeper for just a brief moment in time. Flip your front palm, reverse. Go up and back. Extended side angle. And if you normally bring your hand to the inside of your right ankle, bring it to the outside of your right ankle. I've been working with the block on the outside of my right ankle, and it makes the pose completely different. So pull your right buttock under and in, and spin your left hip up towards the ceiling. And sit deeper into your front thigh. So Jen, come deeper. Yes. Jawbone into the neck, and reach your left hand towards the front wall. Yes, look up underneath your armpit and sit deeper into that front thigh. Yes, I know it's speaking to you. I know. Be right here for one big, huge breath in. Exhale, plant your hands, Vinyasa, high plank, low plank. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Left side, crescent lunge, long stance, low pelvis, fire in your thigh. Commit. Yeah, let go of the fidgeting, the fussing, the fixing, and commit to creating heat in your body. So hips lower, longer stance. Yes. Now pull your shoulders back over your hips. So long, yes, Jen, perfect. Bring your gaze up, lift your chest up, squeeze into center. Energy squeezes into center, yes. Hands to heart center, revolve crescent lunge to the left. Keep squeezing into center as you press elbow to knee to elbow. Sit deeper into your front thigh. Yeah. Left shoulders pull onto your back, right shoulder pulls onto your back, jawbone pulls back in towards your neck. Long cervical spine. Split your palms. Right fingers down, left fingers reach. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, warrior two. Warrior two, sit into your thigh. Set up the pose and set your drishti. Set your drishti, commit to the heat. Hips lower. Hips lower. Yeah. Thigh more parallel. Yeah. Set your drishti right over your middle finger. Good. Shoulders away from your ears. Good. So strong. Flip your front palm. Reach up, go up and back. Extended side angle, left side. If you use the block, try it on the outside again. For me, it like told like my front thigh like spoke to me in like Latin or something. It was like, what is even happening? How is this so different? Left buttock in and under. Yeah. And right hip towards the ceiling. Rotate it up and back. And sit deep into your front. Press your front shin towards the short edge of your mat. Yes. Yes, Jen. Yes, I know. Right there. Yes. Sit into that for one more huge breath. Breathe in. Exhale, flow. Hands to the earth. High plank, low plank. Upward facing dog. Shoulder blades pinned together on your back. Downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Take a breath in. Bend your knees. Look at your thumbs. Bottom of your exhale, top of your mat. Jump. Yes. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose, sit low, reach high. Hands to heart center. Chair twist to the right. Bring your hips lower than your heart. Lower, much, much lower. Create the fire, create the heat. It's right here. We're not here for long. If you want to split your hands, open your hands and engage the twist deeper. If side crow is in your practice, go there. If it's not, you can try it on, placing both hands on the earth. Bring your thigh to the backs of your triceps. Maybe you just stay there. That's what I've been working with. Breathe. 2 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more breath. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Split your feet, hips width distance apart. Grab your big toes with your peace fingers. And drop your head. Come into a forward fold, but create the action, the pulling up and the pressing down. The weight of your head. Rock it side to side, yes, no. Breathing in and breathing out. Release your big toes. Bring your big toes back to touch. Chair pose. Sit low. Low, low, low. And reach high and twist to the left. And once you touch your elbow to your knee and your knee to your elbow, sit your hips like 5 inches lower. Yes, Jen. Open your wings. Good, Sophie. Open your wings. Right fingers down, left fingers reach. If you want to try side crow, try it on. If not, stay and commit to the burn. Commit to fire in your thighs. Commit right here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Once more, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Palms to toes, forward fold. Hands all the way underneath your feet. This kind of gives your thighs a little bit of a reprieve because it lights up your hamstrings and your inner thighs. Weight into your toes. Weight into your heels. Pull your shoulders away from your ears and press your inner thighs up towards the ceiling to create the length in your back body. Yes. To create length in the backs of your thighs. Yes. Release and set up crow pose or take yogi squat. Your choice. Yogi squat, create length in your spine from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Crow, ground down through your hands. Shift your weight forward. Yeah, knees all the way up to your armpits. Squeezing into center for 5, 4, 3, 2, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Press down to lift up. Downward facing dog. Gaze between your toes. All together. Breathe in. Exhale. Feet to hands, top of your mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Root to rise, extended mountain. Reach up, look up, breathe in. Hands to heart center. Set your drishti and come into eagle. Right thigh up and over. Squeezing everything into center. Sitting your hips low. Pressing everything in that's touching. Everything pulls in. Bottom ribs, belly button, Shoulder blades pull together. Press your hands away from your face and change sides. And change sides. Eagle. And can you press your shoulders back to stack them over your hips? More. More. Yes. Yes. Good. Change sides. Eagle, second set. Take the wrap, take the bind, and squeeze. Intentional squeezing. Intentional breath. And change sides. For 3, 2, 1, release. Standing leg raise, pull your right knee into your chest, take your peace fingers around your big toe, maybe you work with a strap, your choice. Yeah, kick your foot forward, now pull your shoulder back into its socket. Yeah, your knees can be bent totally. Open up out to the side, take the pose. Yeah, extend your left hand, shift your gaze to your left thumb. Look over your left shoulder. Slight bend to your standing knee. And press from your core out. For 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Kick your foot forward. Spread your toes. Reach your fingers. Lift your foot 3 inches higher. Yes. Airplane pose. Keep your back foot active. Right foot is active. Drop your right hip and create lift in your chest. Good, Jen. Good, Rachel. Yes, Sophie. Full breath in. Hands to heart center, half moon. Maybe you work with the bind and half moon. If you work with the bind, Chapasana, reaching back to grab your toes or ankles, create lightness with your bottom fingers. Yes. Work to create lightness, looking and lifting. Falling out is part of the process. That's actually the goal, is to fall out of the pose, not to be so locked in and rigid that you just land it like you're like a doll or something, like you just come into a pose. Be in exploration. Yes, Rachel, kick your foot into your hand. Join both feet on the mat. Let it go. Standing leg raise, bring your left knee into your chest, shake it out. Yeah, let it go. Standing leg raise, left side, so take your knee, take your shin, take your big toe, open out. Open out, expand out. Softness and buoyancy in your standing knee. Set your drishti over your right shoulder. So good. Come back to center. Kick your left foot forward. Kick it high. 4 more inches higher for just a moment to say hi to your thigh. Yes. Airplane pose. Arms back. Leg back. Left toes active. Toes spread. Drop your left hip a lot. Yeah, totally. Breathe in. Hands to heart center. Half moon. Right hand down. Use the block. Take the bind. Try it on this side. Once you grab your foot, kick your foot into your hand and pull back on your foot with your hand. This is the same action as in dancer. Create lightness and lift in your bottom fingers. Yeah, right here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Join both feet on the earth and come to stand. And keep your block there. We're going to use it. We're going to go from dancer back to Chapasana. So your mind is you've already been there. You've already been there. So take dancer pose, reaching your left arm high, so the block's going to be under your left fingers. Yes. Left arm high, grab your right foot. Yeah. Take dancer pose, kick your foot into your right hand into your foot, kick, and then bring your left fingertips down to the block. Slowly hinge forward. And touch your left fingertips down to the block and then kick and pull. Express out from the inside out. Yes, for 3, 2, 1. Come back up to standing and switch sides. And be at play, be in exploration, discovery. Softness in your eyebrows, a softness in your face. Muscle energy being exuded, yes, but under the auspices of play, of joyfulness. Shifting your weight, yes, so good. Come back to standing and do it again, other side. Yeah, try it on. Hinge at the hips. Bring your fingertips down to a block, or maybe you hover them off the floor. Building balance, building equanimity right here in your body in real time. Change sides, so good. Change sides. Last round right here. Commit to dancer. Commit to leaning forward in your dancer and turning it into Chapasana through play. Through play, yes. And come back up to standing. And take tree pose. Take tree pose. Press into center line. Lift your heart up towards the ceiling. Your drishti up towards the ceiling. Look up, lean back. Lift up, look up, lean back. Bring your hands to heart center. And change sides. Press. Foot to leg, leg to foot, hand to hand, reach your fingers up, lift your heart up, look up, go up. Release, come back to standing. Take a breath in. Let it go. Root to rise, extended mountain, press down, lift up, look up, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift. Vinyasa. Move, flow. Land in your downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Step your right foot forward, triangle. Keep your knees soft. Energize your fingers that are reaching towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, rise up, bring your right toes, point them in towards 12 o'clock. Side facing wide angle forward fold, bring the crown of your head down to the earth. If tripod headstand is here for you, go there. If it's not currently something you're working on, take a wider stance to bring your forehead down to something. Blocks, the earth, and press the crown of your head down. Yes, press the crown of your head down and press the pinky toe edges of your feet down. Slight bend to both knees. Yeah. Walk your fingers back in line with your toes. Turn your hands around and crawl them towards the other wall that you can see. Yes. And now soften your knees more. Yeah. Press out your pinky toes more. And be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up to standing and set up pyramid pose. Right toes, point them forward, left foot, bring it halfway up, and pour yourself over your front thigh. And take a long enough stance front to back that you can just press down through your back heel. Yeah, pour yourself over your front thigh. Engage your quadriceps. Engage your legs. Lift and spread your 10 toes. And be here. Twisting triangle. And can you remove the fidgets, the fixes, the fusses? Can you remove them and simply just be in your body in this posture with what's happening? Take a big breath in. Vinyasa, hands to the earth. Let it go. High plank, low plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left side triangle, left foot comes forward, and notice how many movements do you make to come into triangle. Just notice for future reference. Are you expeditious? Do you take the long way home? Sometimes it's possible we miss the opportunity to fully embrace the pose because of all of the fixing, the fussing, the setup, the rituals that we put into place. Take a breath in. Let it go. And come up to stand. Point your left toes in. Interlace your fingers at the small of your back with bent elbows. Hinge at your hips and drop your head down towards the earth. Now with the bind, the challenge is to keep your elbows soft, pull your shoulders away from your ears, and keep your knees soft. Be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up and set up pyramid pose. Left toes point forward. And notice, just come into the pose. Let all the stuff go. Pour over your left thigh. And just be here. Just be here in your pyramid pose, breathing deep and free. Committed to being in your practice. Twisting triangle. Press down, twist, twist, twist. All together, everyone breathe in. Vinyasa, hands to the earth. High plank, low plank. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. Full breath in. Full breath out. Together, breathe in. Let it go. High plank. Belly button pulls in. Low plank. High plank. Low plank. High plank. Low plank. Downward facing dog. High plank. Lower down, chin out of your chest. 3, 2, 1. Arms back, palms down. Place one ear down. Just breathe in and breathe out. And it's all just an opportunity to notice our habits, right? Notice what's going on. Locust pose, chin to center, lift, hands hard, feet fly high. Squeeze your feet in towards the center of your mat. Can you touch your big toes together? And once you do, lift your feet higher, your fingers higher, chin out of your chest. Full breath in, full breath out. One more, breathe. Release, let it go. Bring your other ear to the earth. Breathe in, breathe out. Floor bow, bend your knees, grab your feet, grab your ankles. Flex your feet a lot. Press your shins towards the back edge of your mat. Kick your shins away from you, flex your feet. Yeah, maybe you take your floor bow to the right. You got it, Sophie. All the way over. Yeah, come back to center. Take your floor bow to the left. Turn your steering wheel. Yeah, the tiny, tiny steering wheels in your thighs. Yes, is where it comes from. Yes, good work, everyone. Come back to center. One last big kick. Yes. Release, windshield wiper your legs. Let it go. Breathe in and breathe out. Upward facing dog. And put intention into this upward facing dog. Pull your shoulder blades together on your back. Soften your elbows. Send your inner thighs up towards the ceiling. Rotate your inner thighs up towards the ceiling and be here. Shoulder blades more together, more together. Arm bones back, upper arm bones back for 3. Buoyancy. 2, 1. Good. Downward facing dog. Good work. Come down to your knees. 1 camel pose. Stack your hips over your knees. Lift your heart up. Send your gaze up and your gaze back. Press your hips forward, heart up, gaze back. Soften your throat, soften your forehead. Create lightness and lift through your breastbone for 3, 2, 1. Come out of camel, sit on your heels. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bridge pose. This is the one where everybody has to do all the stuff. Have to fix your shirt, have to fix your ponytail, have to put everything down just the right way. Come into bridge. For 5, 4, I hear you. 3, 2, 1, lower down. And I hear you because I do it too. Bridge or wheel. Now you'll have these will be short. Bridge or wheel, you can stay up or come down and do all 6 individually. This is number 1. 3, 2, 1. Stay or come down. 3, 2, 1. Stay or come down. Number 3, 2, 1. Stay or come down. Number 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay or come down. Number 5, 3, 2, 1. Stay or come down. Number 6, bridge or wheel. Rise up, stay or come down. 3, 2, 1. Supta Baddha Konasana. Supta Baddha Konasana. Happy baby. Rock from side to side, flex your feet, press the back of your skull into the earth, really flatten your spine down to the mat. Release your legs, extend them up towards the ceiling, strong Tadasana legs, squeezing them in towards one another. Touch your fingertips to your ears. Lift your shoulders up off the earth, chest lifting towards the ceiling, lightness in your fingers and ears, and lift your chest towards your toes for 10, 9 little pulses, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your right foot, but keep your feet active and keep pulsing. Straightness in your legs as much as you can muster for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch your legs. Yeah, keep pulsing as much straightness as you can get into your legs. Full energy from foot to hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Now you can put your hands underneath your tailbone. We'll do 30, 60 legs. Activates all different kinds of parts of the core. High core, side core, bottom core, in between your ribs core. We'll do 4 of these, slow and controlled, ears open. Lower your legs 30 degrees. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower your legs another 30 degrees. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feet to a hover, lift up, look at your toes, breathe in. Breathe out. Lift your legs 30 degrees. Breathe in. Breathe out. Another 30 is 60. Breathe in. Breathe out. Legs all the way up to the top. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower down 30. Breathe in. Breathe out. 60. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feet to a hover. Breathe in. Breathe out. From a hover to 30. Yes, breathe in. So good. Breathe out. From that to 60. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feet to 90. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lower to 60. Breathe in. Breathe out. 30. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feet to a hover. Look at your toes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Come back up 30. Stay here. Breathe in. So strong. Commit to the, yes, commit to it. Feet to 60. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feet to 90. Breathe in. Breathe out. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself like a legit high five, double high five. You just did the thing, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. Clasp your hands at the nape of your neck, Yogi Bicycles. Extending your right leg long, your foot flexed. Bring your elbow to your knee. And when you twist to the left, send your eyes towards your left and eyes to the right. Feel this in your side body as you twist and twist. Feel it. Don't just rush through it, just to get through it as quickly as you can. Feel yourself building your strength, your endurance. You are being awesome by doing the thing. You came to your mat to do the thing. Be fully present for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Take a full breath in. Let it go. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Maybe you walk out your dog. Shift your weight from heel to heel. Touch knee to knee. And then come into half pigeon. Half pigeon on the right, half pigeon on the left. Yogi's choice. You want to shake it up, shake it up. If you want to come into the right like we usually do, that's cool too. And come into the pose. Yeah, you can bring your forehead down right away. Wiggle your back foot out more back behind you to create more depth in this opening pose. Keep your feet active. Hear what you hear. See what you see. Feet active. And change sides. Double pigeon, right shin on top of left shin. Flex both feet. And change sides. And take frog pose. And can you soften into frog quicker than you usually do? Notice where you fuss and fidget. And come out of frog and set up seated single leg extension. Change sides. Seated forward fold. Now work your sits bones away from your heel bones. Like scoot your sits bones backwards on your mat as you scoot your heels forward on your mat. Reverse tabletop. Fish pose. Set up your inversion. Headstand, shoulder stand, waterfall. Shoulder stand. Take it down into plow. Toes touch down onto the earth. Gaze up between your feet. Tadasana feet, active feet. Good, Rachel. From plow to deaf man's pose, bend your knees, place them by your ears. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slowly come down out of your shoulder stand. Waterfall pose. Slowly lower your feet down towards the mat. Take the block out from underneath your tailbone. supine twist. Your style, your choice, your practice, your hips, your knees, your Ujjayi breath. And change sides. Back to center, Supta Baddha Konasana. Shavasana. Deep breath in. Let it go. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Roll to your right hand side and pause. Set yourself up at an easy seat at the top of your mat. Bringing your hands to heart center, touching your thumbs into your breastbone, sitting tall. And we'll seal this practice with 3 ohms. Breathe in. Thumbs to your forehead center, touch in, and together we bow and say Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for coming. Yeah, thank you for coming. It's always good to see you. Thank you. Good to see you, Jen. Good to see you, Rachel.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.